decided to bring up the little drama between Yandy and Rasheeda.
Yandy started talking about how she wished Rasheeda was there for her more and would have her back.
Rasheeda basically kind of paid her dust.
Now Rasheeda hands in the air, and I know when Rasheeda started throwing that big ass rock on her finger around like this, when she started doing this, she don't give a yo.
I'm not friends with you, or you.
The only one that's my ride or die right now is Kurt Cross.
I'm like,
Dick was just going crazy.
you could definitely tell Rasheeda was over it. Her eyes rolled back to the time Kurt wore the 3 earrings.
What confused me is all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. You never checked on it even when we came alive. When Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then. But y'all friends.
The more details we uncover, the more it looks like Rasheeda is exactly who Kay. Michelle said she was a friend to absolutely nobody. It's giving misery loves company vibes. And now Rasheeda just confirmed the cheating rumors surrounding Mendeecees, and the internet is going wild. Mendeecees and Kirk had been clashing ever since Kirk suggested that what Jasmine claimed about Mendeecees sniffing around other women was actually true. The beef even spilled over into Rasheeda's and Yandy's so-called relationship, which apparently wasn't real at all, because Rasheeda made it clear that she and Yandy were never really close friends, just portraying that way for the cameras.
Me and Yandy have not had that type of relationship. Like, we don't talk about our husbands, and I know people see the television side of things, and we are in the same friend circles, but there's levels to friendships. And that's the thing, like, she has her close, tight, bestie friends. Like I said, my friends, like, when I go through stuff, we're there to hold each other down. Not when the camera on, but in real life. You know, and not for a one-up to look good, because if you really felt like you've been holding me down, well, where were you, baby? That's all I'm saying is where you was at.
Now Rasheeda is doubling down on her words, dragging Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage for being fake. She claimed he's been cheating the whole time and even has a sugar baby that everybody already knows about. And if you know anything about Yandy, it's that she does not play when it comes to her man or her family. So you can bet Rasheeda's comments just made everything 10 times worse. Both Rasheeda and Yandy are women who love to stir the pot while pretending to keep their hands clean, and they've both done it in plenty of situations. But at the very least, everyone thought they'd have each other's backs, right? Well, no. Both are OGs on love and hip-hop, and both share the common ground of their men dogging them out and doing the most. Still, Yandy has always had Rasheeda's back, even when she wasn't around. The main reason Yandy never entertained Jasmine was because she wanted to stay loyal to Rasheeda. But it looks like Yandy was loyal to the wrong person all along, because the second Jasmine turned her focus toward Mendeecees, Rasheeda wasted no time flipping the script and dragging Yandy's marriage into the mud.
For you and your husband or boyfriend, whatever y'all call it, to get on the same page. I'm not even sure if they're legally married or not.
Am I the only one who feels like Rasheeda has been waiting for this moment her entire life? She and Kirk once swore up and down that everything out of Jasmine's mouth was a lie. If you believed anything Jasmine said, you were automatically the enemy. But now, the second Jasmine has something to say about Mendeecees cheating on Yandy. Suddenly she's telling the truth?
Kirk, if you're gonna stand on that everything Jasmine say got truthfully, then I have to take account that everything she say about you is true. I don't know her. That is your woman, that's your baby mother. You deal with that. Leave me alone.
Child, Rasheeda has been enjoying herself thoroughly ever since Yandy got put on the hot seat to face questions about Mendeecees cheating. She's not even hiding it at this point. She's flat out called Yandy out for protecting her man from backlash. And Yandy? She was shocked that Rasheeda didn't even try to stick up for her. Because let's be real, one thing about Yandy is she has always defended Rasheeda, no matter what. It got so bad that Yandy and Mendeecees had to sit down with Kirk and Rasheeda to finally clear up this whole mess with Jasmine.
Videos out of females with him or something. I don't know. It's really not my place to tell anybody anything about their man.
But Rasheeda had nothing good to say. She even denied knowing anything about Jasmine's run-in with Yandy, until it later came out that she did know and lied from the very beginning. It really sounded like Rasheeda believed there was truth in what was being said. She even went as far as declaring that she and Yandy weren't friends, so there was never any reason to be loyal in the first place. What confused me most is how suddenly you claim to be such a close friend, Yet when the Cannon situation happened, you never even checked on her. When Jasmine came back, you didn't bother to check on her either. But now suddenly you're friends. At the end of the day, I see exactly what you're doing, and it's fine. If people want to run with it and say Rasheeda isn't a good friend, well, she's not. Where Mendeecees puts his business has nothing to do with Yandy, and dragging her into that was just crazy. Especially since she had been the only one defending Rasheeda and Kirk's marriage even when everyone else came for them. Why in her right mind would she go to bat for someone who wasn't even her friend? Their friendship was already looking shaky, and both women started making it a point to avoid each other, until Yandy finally let all the rage and anger boiling under the surface come out. Yandy started yelling, "Oh, so we not friends? I'm always in people's faces defending you." Nobody's sure who stormed out first, but that kickback ended right there. Rasheeda wasn't about to let Yandy play her like that, so she took it as a green light to say whatever she wanted. All bets were off, and Rasheeda began spilling private details about Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage. She clapped back, mocking them as just boyfriend and girlfriend, even after 2 weddings. She claimed she'd heard multiple reports about Mendeecees stepping out. This is what I'll say, I've seen things. That's just that. Things people have brought to me. Let me say it like that. But when asked if she'd ever gone directly to Yandy with what she'd seen, she said, "No. Because I don't do things like that." Even if Yandy insists it's all lies, the truth is everyone in Atlanta knew Mendeecees was never fully faithful and always had a side piece. Of course, Kirk backed his wife. He even had more smoke for Mendeecees than Rasheeda had for Yandy. Kirk claimed Mendeecees needed to get his situation straight with his other baby mamas. He also accused Yandy and Mendeecees of picking fights with him and Rasheeda just to stay relevant on the show. Can you believe they were supposed to be friends? Any peace between the couples completely collapsed once Rasheeda and Kirk sat with Carlos King and ran their mouths. After watching that, Mendeecees hit IG immediately. What type of man keeps another man's name in his mouth? Shaking my head. I'm about to start disrespecting everybody. If you let your woman say my name, then she can get it too. He added, I don't talk about people's poly relationships. I mind my business. I don't care. Please stop speaking on me and mine. And of course, Yandy wasn't letting that slide. She blasted Rasheeda for commenting on her marriage when she had no right, especially since she continuously rewarded Kirk after his cheating. Any chance of rekindling that friendship? Officially dead. There's no way Yandy can ever see Rasheeda the same again. Yes, both women have been messy in the past, but this time, Rasheeda really had a lot of nerve. Fans say this only reminds them of how she once treated Michelle. Rasheeda is trash, because now she suddenly believes what Jasmine said about Mendeecees, but not about Kirk? Please. That's whack. If there was any real proof, there'd be footage of Mendeecees out doing God knows what. Still, there's no evidence, just gossip and hearsay. Viewers are saying Rasheeda deserves to be paid dust and should let Kirk be her only friend like she keeps begging. And honestly, I'm no Yandy Luther King fan either, but enough is enough. Rasheeda is acting like a bird. I used to like her, but the real Rasheeda has finally shown up, and now everyone can see exactly who she is. She doesn't know the first thing about loyalty. But what do y'all think? Did you ever imagine Rasheeda and Yandy would be falling out like this? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because there's more coming, and you don't want to miss it. See you in the next video.